After last week's video, I wanted to delve a little deeper into the design process, how I pick out my color palette, how I design my mood boards, and then how I pick sewing patterns and fabrics to design a cohesive wardrobe. Hello and welcome back to Sew Pomona. I'm Rebecca and I'm so glad you're here. On this channel, I love talking everything fashion and travel with a focus on capsule wardrobes. Now, a few months ago, I had done my early fall planning video, and if you saw last week's video, I started in on my sewing projects. And I did complete a few so far, but I'm going to show you those all completed in another video. Today, I wanted to talk to you about color, fabric choice, and how to make your wardrobe really work for you. So let me talk to you a little bit more about my design process. So one of the first things I'll do is I will look at magazines, I will watch runway shows, and I will find pictures and images that really speak to me. They may not all be fashion. There could be landscapes. I know in this, I had this Japanese garden landscape. It may be jewelry, it may be architecture, and then I will gather those images and see what I'm really drawn to. I'll do the same thing on Pinterest. I will start a full mood board, and what I'll compile first are things that are inspiring me, not necessarily wearable clothing. So it may be architecture, it may be fabric, it may be fashion runway looks that I'm loving. Now, all of these will not necessarily be wearable things. They will be things that are inspiring me. There may be details that I'm seeing that I want to incorporate into my projects, like button details, trims. Also, I will look at accessories, how to build a full outfit. So after I have that basic inspiration, this is more like a dream vision board, not necessarily how I'm going to realistically dress every day. So after I've finished that part, I will then make a little more practical board, and this will be my silhouette board. This will be full of pieces that I see that look very wearable. I will look for silhouettes that I know I like to wear. So I know that what I like to wear most are fitted at the waist pants that are a little wider leg. I like layering pieces that are a little more boxy or have an interesting shape. And so my focus tends to be on the waist and highlighting that. That is the part of me that I like to show off. So this can be anything you love. So what I will often do here is I will pin looks, usually full looks with a pant, a top, and a layering piece, plus the accessories, the shoes that will complete that look. So that I'm not just sewing individual pieces, I'm making an entire look. And I may not make the exact thing I'm seeing in this image, but this gives me a better idea of what kind of patterns I'm going to need to look for when I go to that next step. So I may look at this and be like, oh, I like this skirt. It's midi length. It is in a suede. I like this rib knit top that it's shown with. I like this sweater that's worn with it with the flat shoe. Or another one, I like this tailored trouser with a more formal top, but still short sleeves, so wearable for here in Florida, with an overcoat for layering, but bringing that down a notch with a sneaker to make this a high-low look. So I will often do that. If I'm picking a very formal pant, I probably want to wear a more casual top, but I like to play around with these silhouettes and shapes that I like wearing. Like in this image that I'm showing, I like this pant. It's slightly cropped, worn with a sneaker that you're paying attention to with the stripes. I like the boxy jacket layered over a fitted tee, and very simple, minimal accessories. So the next step is deciding on the silhouettes I really want to make the most, and then picking the sewing patterns that correspond to these. So I saw a look that had a t-shirt with a polished trouser and a jacket. I'm going to look for a trouser that I like the shape of. I'm going to look for a tee that I know will work with these. And then I'm going to look for that jacket that I want to wear together. Now, usually what I'll do is each season, I will go through my stash of sewing patterns that I already have, and I will pull out the ones that I think I might want to try out this season. But then after I've done this process, I can go through and call that again and know which ones are going to work with the silhouettes I've been liking. Only after I've picked out those patterns and shapes will I start thinking about what kind of fabrics I'm going to buy. And I do like to buy all my fabrics kind of at the same time so that I am able to pair them together. But you can also do this by shopping your stash and also picking pieces as you go, just making sure that those pieces will coordinate with each other. So my next step is choosing that color palette. And this will pull everything together and make my look seem seasonally appropriate. And I will also pay attention to other colors I have in my wardrobe already so that my pieces can mix with what's already in my closet. So what I usually do is I will divide my colors into 3 main sections. I'm gonna go for my neutrals. And this year I'm using a sandy beige and a chocolate brown as my neutral base. Then I will add in some accents. This year I'm using a dusty mauve, I'm using pale cacti and soft rose, and then I'll do a highlight color. This year I'm focusing on plum. You can see I've got my denim and my shades of lavender up here. I'll go from light lavender to a darker rich plum. And these are colors that I'm trying to pull into my wardrobe since this is really my favorite color and I haven't worn it in a long time. So I'm trying to bring more of that into my closet. So one great way to do this is you can just pick colors you love and try and keep it simplified. So maybe 2 neutrals, maybe 2 to 3 accent colors, and then 1 like your bold pop of color that you really want to highlight. Now, a great way to do this is what I did this year is I worked with a fabric that I found and loved. I found this early in the season. This is from Emma One Sock. It is a panel print that said it was from Etro, and I just loved the color, the print, the floral. The panel has some really interesting details. And so one of the things I did was I pulled all my colors from this fabric. So you can see this blue here. I pulled the blue from the tone of the fabric. So I can pull the chocolate brown. I can pull these olive green shades. I can pull out the pinks in the fabric. And you could do any of these colors that you like. You don't have to use them all if they're in a print. But this piece is going to be the main foundation of all the rest of my pieces. This is the Styler Como Cardi that I just finished. I'm gonna show a whole video showing all these finished makes and talking more about them at a later date. But today I just wanted to show you so you can see the fabric. Now, I don't wear a ton of prints, so this can be a really great way if you just want to go with 1 or 2 prints that you love and then pick your colors around that for the season. So you can see in this, I can choose all the colors I love for fall: browns, olives, pinks, some rust tones, and also some blues, which I love to wear. So you can do this with any print. The other way I go about it is I will, after I've designed my mood board, I will see what colors are really popping on the board. And usually once you've gathered all your inspiration, this is really easy to see. And then what you're gonna do is narrow it down to the colors that look good on you. So while I may love a vibrant red, it's not a great color on me. There are a few shades that I can wear, but I'll tend to stick with the tones I know work with me. These tend to be, I can wear high contrast occasionally because of my hair and skin color. I'm really drawn to those muted hues. So you're gonna see there's a lot of plum, camel, a lot of browns, and then kind of like this grayish based green, and then some muted, darker toned blues. So that is how I pick out my colors. So one thing I also like to do when I'm picking out my color palette is to go by using these little cards. These are Pantone cards, but you could also grab some of these online or just use paint chips to figure out your colors. And this is a really great way to see what colors you're pulling out of your fabric. And then I can keep these handy when I'm fabric shopping, and this will help me keep on track for what colors I'm trying to use for the season. And you'll see my colors do change each season because I do like to wear these rich autumnal tones in fall. In winter, I like to wear a lot of pale blue and white. And then the rest of the year, spring and summer, I'm wearing a lot of paler pastels. So I've got some really rich tones I'm working with this season. And I also did pull these out of my mood boards. Oh, and before I forget, I always forget to mention what I'm wearing in the video. Today I'm wearing those spring pants I made. These are self-drafted. I really love how these angled cargo pockets turned out, just having them seamed in the front. These were my pants that I made for Mackinac Island, and I've just been pairing them with different tops so I can wear them for fall too. So today I'm just wearing a simple black and white striped tee. This one is also self-drafted. The fabric for the pants is from Matchy Matchy Sewing Club. It's a twill weave. And then the top, this is a stripe from Marcy Tilton. She has great stripes. So just a really comfortable outfit. I still feel a little fall-like in these clothes, but it is like 80 or 90 degrees out today. It's the beginning of October, but it's always very warm here in Florida. So another thing when I'm choosing my fabrics is I will try and do a mix of woven and knits, and I will try and add contrast with the fabrics I'm using. So you're gonna see I'm working with a lot of different sized rib knits this season. Because I work in mostly solid colors, I need to add in a layer of texture so that my pieces don't read as flat and boring. So this pant I made has a slight sheen to it. It's a little dressier, but with this rib knit, it's gonna look really nice. And that does add a little bit of layer of texture. This season I worked with this. This is a French terry. So it does have a warmth and a texture to it. Of course, you can use ones that are more like boucle-like. And then another fabric I'm working with this season is a suede-like cotton gabardine. It kind of gives that look of suede without wearing suede. And because I live in Florida, I don't really want to wear full suede, so the cotton-like version is a great substitute for me. Now, later in winter, I may pull in some wool and pull in a little more texture. But for now, I'm just doing very subtle texture. And then another thing, I'm pulling in some denim that has a very noticeable twill weave. So that has a little layer of something to it, so it's not reading as flat. So let me go over those main steps again, just to help you out if you're planning your own wardrobe. So one, we're gonna start with our mood board and gathering inspiration before we even start sewing. Two, we're gonna create a silhouettes board to decide on practical shapes you like to wear. Three, we're gonna build our color palette. You can either do this by choosing a few, usually less than 5 colors that you love to wear, or by doing this method of choosing the colors from your fabric. So for the colors, you're gonna go for 1 or 2 neutrals, you're gonna go for a few accent colors, and then 1 bold color to really highlight that for the season. And when you're picking out your fabrics, try and pay attention to texture and bringing in different weaves and styles of fabrics that you can add some more interest. Maybe you want to add in some beautiful silks, maybe some tweed. Try and play around with those textures and silhouettes so that your clothes look interesting. And then number 5, match your sewing patterns to the silhouettes and shapes that you love. This should help you to design your own cohesive wardrobe that you love wearing every day. So my choices for this season, to me, feel like a natural continuation of my style. It is ever evolving, so what I loved 5 years ago is different from what I love now. So I'm going to have warm neutrals, soft romantic accents, and structured silhouettes that I love wearing. And everything's going to tie back to this print, and I'll try and build everything off this foundation. All right, so I'm going to be sharing my finished makes soon so that you can see everything worn together. I have a few more of those pieces to sew up, and you can find all the resources linked below, including my mood board and my last videos on this whole process. All right, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Leave me any questions below in the comments. And until next time, happy sewing.